Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for Absolute Power Ground Zero #1. This is a new book from DC Comics. This is going to be our preview into the upcoming Absolute Power event. This will set the stage. If you're not caught up with some of the stories, this will get you caught up, but I do recommend that you get up to date with some of these stories. I'll go over some of those details in a minute. In this book, witness the Trinity of Evils rise to power in the can't-miss prelude to DC's blockbuster, The Dominoes Fall. As the DC universe embraces for absolute power, Blitzkrieg, the key to capturing metahuman powers on planet Earth, will at last be unlocked, bridging the events of Batman, Superman House of Brainiac, and the Suicide Squad Dream Team. This special oversized Ground Zero issue brings Waller's total dominance to the doorsteps of world's finest heroes using the combined might of Failsafe, Brainiac Queen, and the Suicide Squad to do it. Witness this year's storytelling culminate, brought to you by the Absolute Power architect Mark Waid, with the masterminds behind the Trinity of Evil, Chip Zdarsky, Nicole Maines, and Joshua Williamson. So yeah, we're gonna get into all this very interestingly, right? Absolute Power has been a thing that's been really building up in the DC universe piece by piece, all throughout the events that have been happening. I think this is a long-term plan from Mark Waid that's been really spread out through the editorial offices all over DC Comics. So we're gonna look at the first story. We do have a preview art for that. I don't have preview art for the other two stories because those are later on in the book. We normally only get the first few pages. So yeah, it's going to be really fun though to get into this. I might do a follow-up video to see how this sets the stage for Absolute Power. But Absolute's, yeah, so the first story on this book, this is the team up with Nicole Maines and Mark Waid, who's been working on the Dreamer Suicide Squad series. So this focuses on Dreamer and Jay Nakamura, if you remember Jay, from the Superman Man of Tomorrow, or yeah, from the John Son of Kal-El storyline. So here, let me pull up some art by Skylar Patridge, who I really like Skylar's art. And here we catch up. Amanda Waller has been behind all this stuff, all these machinations. So really interesting to see why is she interested in the island nation of Gamora. I think that'll be a really fun thing to get into. As you can see, Jay Nakamura is in trouble, and he thinks he's out of it. He's out in the clear because he finds Dreamer, who he's met in the Superman book. But what he doesn't know is that Dreamer is currently working for Amanda Waller. So you'll get to see how all that stuff plays out in this issue. I think this is a really fun story. The Suicide Squad Dream Team book is one I'm not caught up on, so I'm going to try to get that done before we get to Absolute Power. But this is a really good way to really catch up on the main issues before. I think DC understands that there's not enough time to read everything. So they definitely want to make sure that we know what's going on and we understand the context of everything. So the second story is going to focus on Failsafe, so make sure you're caught up on Chip Zdarsky's Batman series, because if not, there may be some spoilers for the last arc. You should be read up to issue 149, which came out the week prior to this coming out. And then the last one will be the story number 3, focuses on Brainiac, so make sure to read House of Brainiac, which will also be finalizing this week in the same day. So I recommend you actually read the House of Brainiac, so the Action Comics and the Superman issue that comes out this week. Make sure to read those first before you get into this one, because there will be some spoilers. I was lucky to have read everything in the right order, even though I wasn't aware that this was going to be have all those kinds of implications. Also, in this Brainiac story, we have one of the baddest moments that I've seen Amanda Waller. Just fantastic stuff. She's a complete badass, and it's really fun to see. So if you have read this book, let me know. What did you think about this? Also, are you excited for Absolute Power? I personally can't wait. We're also going to get a little bit of the whole world's going to change, right? Scott Snyder's going to come out with his Absolute line as well, so that'll be really fun to follow along after the event. So stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.